How About That Cigar is proud to bring you coverage of the 2024 PCA trade show. Burn cigars, not bridges.
How About That Cigar, PCA 2024, Skip Martin, RoMa Craft Tobac, my friend. Always good to see you.
I'm here to burn bridges.
Yes. May the bridges I burn light the way. I love how Mike puts that.
Yeah.
So this year, you guys have been, as always, you guys are always busy. You're always working on stuff because there's a lot of creative stuff going on and stuff behind the scenes. But briefly, just give us kind of a rundown. You know, how's the year started? We're kind of ending up Q1. How's the year started off for you guys?
I mean, it's steady. You know,
Yeah.
the thing for us is COVID was a big change.
Yeah.
And then kind of separating Esteban out to do his own thing.
Right.
And so now that kind of like doubled my workload. And if you know, I don't need more work. So, but yeah, I mean, we don't really do new stuff all the time, but you constantly have to work to keep the old stuff going. It's almost harder than creating new stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we did the new Cro-Magnon.
Right.
I just got tired of trying to fight for broadleaf. So plus, you know, after spending the time with Ernie and doing Volstead, and I just figured it was time for a new expression.
Yeah.
Of, you know, because I've evolved as a cigar maker.
Yeah.
Right. And now it's just me. It's not me and Esteban. So it was a good time for me to do it. We were going to make it a whole different brand. We worked for like a year and a half making it a whole new brand. We were going to call it Visigoth.
Okay.
And I finally just kind of settled on, I don't want to lose the 12 years of what we've put into Cro-Magnon, because that's kind of like the center of our company.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make it distinct enough different. It's a whole new blend, not just a different wrapper.
Yeah.
And, you know, smoke it if you like it, buy more if you don't. There's a lot of good cigars. So Craft Maquette is something new that we've been working on a lot. So, you know, we end up with a lot of this kind of derivative tobaccos. We end up finding a lot of small quantities of really interesting tobaccos that you know, like we just bought some San Andreas, but in the process of buying San Andreas, we found some Mexican Sumatran, some Mexican Habano. So you buy 2 or 3 bales of that, and then you work with it, and you get to learn it, and then you know, a maquette is like when an architect has a big project.
Yeah.
They kind of get you to visualize it in the space and the materials by making a little model of it.
Oh, okay.
Or like a guy, before he does like a humongous statue in granite, he makes a little miniature version.
Yeah.
It's called a maquette.
Okay.
To kind of like a proof of concept, or to work out your thoughts, your creative process.
Yeah.
And so that's what these little projects are. Il Nono was the first one.
Yeah.
Lightweight Heavy was the second one. I'm working on, you know, a couple now, and to me, that's kind of my favorite thing now.
Okay.
Because like keeping the plate spinning on EC and Aquitaine and all that it's work, but being able to create new little things without them being, you know, bullshit.
Yeah.
Where they are what they are.
Yeah.
Some of them are going to be amazing. Some of them are going to be like, oh, I'm not so sure about that. But you get to be a part of kind of that proof of concept. Obviously, I'm not going to put it out if I don't like it.
Well, yeah.
But, you know, we'll do 8 or 10 of them, and then maybe
Okay.
one makes it through. So that's a cool thing we're doing.
I remember hearing this from you before, and I really appreciate that kind of sentiment, that it is kind of, you say sometimes, harder to keep the consistency on your core stuff than it is to make something brand new.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And from that standpoint of just like, you know, in Nicaragua, you know, keeping things on point as far as making sure that the Baca from today tastes like the Baca did 3 years ago.
Right.
Or the EC Connecticut, you know, tastes like it did today, just like it did 6 years ago or 8 years ago.
Right. Or like BA, you just stop making it.
Or, yeah.
Until you can make it the
Until
right way.
you can make it the right way.
Right.
And same with even Cro-Magnon, the original, you know, with that broadleaf wrapper.
Right.
You know, and people have asked us before, and, you know, I'm like, I don't know, but so, like, with this new iteration, you know, the Cro-Magnon with the Pennsylvania, when did you originally try it with the original wrapper binder filler? So you always from the start you were like, we're going to do something brand new.
Yeah, because it's really complicated, but it's like saying one of our biggest problems is getting good Esteli Ligero.
Yeah.
Cro-Magnon, that's the backbone of Cro-Magnon. So whatever we do can't have that.
Okay.
We've got all this Sumatra hybrid binder now that we're making Volstead. What do
Yeah.
we do with that?
Okay.
Right? So if you kind of start with the construct of it's going to be Pennsylvania broadleaf probably.
Yeah.
We're probably going to try to use this binder instead of Cameroon.
Yeah.
Right? The Sumatra, which is Cameroon. It is, right? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we're definitely not going to use this as the Haro. I want to use more of this Dominican tobacco I discovered while I was working on Quinquagenario.
Yeah.
So those become the constructs, and then you go from there.
Okay.
And then you say, okay, you play the song, and you go, okay, it doesn't have enough French horn, or it doesn't have enough percussion, or it doesn't have enough, whatever the analogy is. Like it doesn't have enough treble, it doesn't have enough bass, whatever And then you go, well, what if we did this? And then you do that. Okay, well, that's good, but how's it going to taste in 3 months?
Yeah.
And then how's it going to taste in different sizes? And then you go through all that process, and you go until one day you've got 5 packs of 5 different kind of iterations, and then you figure out there's like 9 of these left, there's 8 of these left, and there's 2 of these left. And you go, I think I found it.
Yeah.
Because that's the one I keep gravitating towards. I love it.
Okay.
And then you go, okay, let's make something like the timeline. Let's make 3,000 or 4,000 of them. Let's see how the tobacco consumes. Let's see whatever. Let it age for 6 months, a year. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Now launch the core line. And then when we get to the marketplace, we start with this pre-release thing as kind of like a whatever that bullshit a chef brings to your table. The
moose bouche.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is coming.
Right.
Sometimes it's the actual blend, like with Cro-Magnon.
Yeah.
Sometimes the wrapper quality got darker or lighter, like with Wonderlust. Sometimes it's a completely different wrapper, like with Volstead.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of getting that out there to kind of, it's like artillery soften the opposition before the landing.
Okay.
You know
okay.
what I mean?
So just real quick, one of the things I'm curious about, and we may have talked about this in the past, but just from a coloration standpoint, when you're looking at wrapper grade stuff, you can have the same varietal, same crop, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But does color difference always equal a flavor and aroma difference? Or
No.
Okay.
No. If you're blindfolded, definitely not.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But there is a sight, flavor, perception, kind of interference, and at the end of the day, like look at Padron.
Sure.
Right. That's the same exact wrapper.
It is. Yeah.
They get it on the table. The dark ones this time become Maduros. The light ones become Naturals.
Yeah.
And sometimes the Maduro's darker. Sometimes the last quarter's Maduros are lighter than this quarter's Naturals or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
But who's going to complain? Padron prints money, right? So,
yeah.
And I love their cigars.
Absolutely.
In some tobaccos, shade makes a definite difference. Like San Andreas is one.
Yeah.
Broadleaf is another. But like in Ecuador Habano, it's more about the priming and the texture than it is about the color.
Okay. Okay.
So what happens inside the Palone, if you're doing it naturally, you're always going to end up with variation.
Yeah.
And I've never been more concerned with aesthetics. I don't want ugly cigars.
Sure.
But I'm not going to artificially homogenize the color of a cigar just to get to that aesthetic.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and I've heard from you before and other people that I know we both mutually respect that say sometimes the ugliest wrapper leaf is like the tastiest.
Right. Well, look at Quinquagenario.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't a pretty wrapper leaf necessarily.
Right.
But yeah, flavor and aroma wise.
Original Sumatra in general is ugly. It's got like that giraffe print.
Yeah.
It's it's modeled and.
Yeah, modeled and there's a vein structure
and
to it.
In a lot of ways, the uglier it is, the better it tastes.
Yeah.
Because the more kind of light and homogenized and pretty it is, it's like has no character.
Yeah.
It's like the beautiful tin blonde with no personality. You know what I mean? I'll take the.
I don't know anybody like that.
I'll take the solid 6 or 7. That can tell you a dirty joke and is fun to hang out with.
Right.
You know
exactly.
what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly. Well, man, we appreciate what you do. We really do, and just keep doing it. And we'll keep getting the word out, and we're gonna have you back on the show again one of these days soon to keep talking bullshit.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
That's right.
Oh, by the way, on the record,
I love this.
I heard an NPR story about kids getting buried in their sand holes with tide movement. So one person died of this. It actually happens all the time, and it had just happened like the week before your.
See, I have to check my sources more closely.
No, but that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Nice. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again soon.
All right, guys.